You guys heard about that Joe Budden tape?
I heard that when you watch it, some freaky stuff happens.
Come on this block again, and I'ma hurt one of you niggas. Back off! Back off! This is not the internet.
I'm sorry.
I will kill one of you.
Welcome back, y'all. I haven't done a review in quite a while at this point, and if you haven't seen my other reviews, it's perfectly fine. We're gonna go with a different format anyway. From now on, they'll be called album discussions. I just don't think that's just not how I want to interact with music as an art form. And on top of that, I'm just not quick enough. That's just not my thing. I'm a normal person. I listen to music in the gym, doing yard work, commuting, cooking. And that's because I feel like music hits differently in those areas. And obviously, I don't always do those things in the same day or even the same week. So it takes a minute for me to come to a conclusion on an album. With that being said, in my corny rapper video, that video had some of y'all feeling some kind of way. Some of y'all said I was hating on Logic. If being slightly critical of an artist makes me a hater, then so be it.
Logic, I beg of you, I'm pleading with you, please join me in retirement. Never step near a recording device again. Don't go to the studio ever again. You are the worst, yo.
I don't see it like that. And the takeaway from that video was supposed to be the only person who needs to view the music that you listen to as fulfilling is you. The rest does not matter, even if other people call it corny. But I understand the title, the thumbnail. These are just things that we have to do to survive in this YouTube climate. Or maybe you did watch the whole video and I didn't convey those thoughts properly. But more importantly, I said I like Logic. He just has these spurts of corniness to me and to a lot of other people. Now look, this is not an apology or anything like that, but please allow me to clarify what I meant. I respect Bobby. He has his dips, but I truly believe there's a Logic song for everyone out there. In my honest opinion, there's no way that you can have a love for 90s hip hop and not like early Logic, at least. So many of those songs are a love letter to that era. Jay-Z, Wu-Tang, A Tribe Called Quest, Nas, you can hear them all. Sometimes a bit too much, but nonetheless, they're there. And he still pops out with that sound every once in a while. Vinyl Days is almost exclusively all boom bap, if not all. So if that's what you're looking for, it's right there. If you want his attempt at hype music, you can go with the Bobby Tarantino tapes. No one will judge you harshly every day. 44 bars and Deeper Than Money, Get It Pass. If you want Logic actual though, the person that people champion as their favorite rapper, you would have to go with The Incredible True Story, Under Pressure, No Pressure, and his latest album, Ultra 85. If not his earlier work, not only will you get better songs, but you will get Logic at his best. And he's at his best because album Logic doesn't just rap. He crafts. Ultra 85 is possibly the last chapter or first chapter, depending on how you look at it, to an overarching story that's been going on for at least a decade now. So let's go ahead and talk about that album. This is Logic's 9th studio album and one of the most anticipated by his fans and possibly another one of his retirement albums. He said that he's gonna retire like 4 times by now. We'll see. First, the things that I liked. Let's start with the intro, Paul Rodriguez, named after the person that's talking at the beginning, but also one of my favorite playable characters from Tony Hawk's Underground.
Sad that so many in the game will never truly know what happy is. I used to think it was the streams, used to think it was the plaques, used to think it was awards.
Which is the best Tony Hawk game, and I will die on this hill. Second is American Wasteland. The Lemonade sample. You cannot go wrong with Gucci Mane, and the beat flip with the triplet sounds great. The only thing that I would have liked to see was him rap over the OG Lemonade beat just for a second.
Now get me started. This is a world that I departed. Didn't want anything, I brought it. Didn't want anything, I had.
Teleport is a bit of a rough listen for the same reasons that Mother I Sober is. The subject matter is heavy. And my favorite track on the album is probably Interstellar just because of the introspective nature and the vocals.
Appreciate the good and not the bad. Be yourself and not the fad. It's okay to wake up sad, but it's a lot of people that woke up today in body bag.
Overall, I like the album a lot. And I'd give it third possibly second place in my favorites from Logic. Now the things that I didn't like or I wouldn't suggest to a first time listener. I don't think Ultra 85 should be your first Logic album just because of the large amount of the skits. I like them because I'm a fan of the storyline, but a casual listener might not like that, and they're not all on separate tracks, so they're not easy to skip or even figure out where they're at. Now, everyone listen up. My Logic final take. Listen very closely. No one is creating lore as cohesive or as thought out as Logic. Some of the stuff has been retconned and we don't have all the puzzle pieces just yet, but I foresee him dropping something in the near future. He's one of those people that I can see having a comic book, a movie, or even an animated series made eventually. Logic can rap, direct, sell a lot of music, have a huge discography. It doesn't matter. Logic will be damned regardless. Hardcore hip hop fans love to say people need to respect the OGs, pay homage to the greats, be grateful for how you got here, but then won't give Logic a fair shake. Like, come on, Logic is far from the worst rapper in the world. He may have some J. Cole workout type songs where he lets Nas down, but to write off his whole discography is too far. You're entitled to your opinion, but judging Logic based off of this song is exactly like judging Joe's ability based off Pump It Up, which is why I like this clip so much.
This is exact. Pump it up. We gon' do it like, Look, pump it up if you came to get crunk with a dame and shit that's drunk.
It is extremely difficult to be a student of the art form and an artist at the same time. Hats off to Logic. And look, I may say things that y'all don't like about the artist that you do like, but I'm playing around 99% of the time. Trust me, you will know if I'm not playing. That's just how I grew up to play. We play rough. And sometimes I forget that everyone doesn't play like that. That's my bad. I apologize for not letting you know that's how I play. I don't apologize for the jokes at all. I will continue to poke at him for how much he brings up being mixed because it's funny. Now, I'm not exactly sure how many times he said nigga, but I'm sure it wasn't 37 times for every year that he's been alive. I like Logic, and if you like Logic too, or you just like it here, I highly suggest subscribing. Obviously, you feel like you found your place. You feel like you belong, and I agree. You do belong here with the rest of us. Y'all be safe. Okay, I said it, man. Can I see my family now?